EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, it's Talladega race day for the EA Sports Cartage and Chaos 500. I repeat, it's Talladega Chase race day for the EA Sports Cartage and Chaos 500. Daniela Monet, this is for you, as well as Jennifer Carter, who was your mom on the show. So therefore, just like in the Aaron's 499 in April when we made this, Talladega, 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 Talladega. Let's go Restrictor plate racing, boys. Boogity, boogity, boogity. And plate racing delivers again as the Winston Cup Series rocked it once again with another photo finish, let alone 3 white photo finish in 2024. It doesn't get any better than that. How about we put a little bit more emphasis on that? The Winston Cup Series rocked it like Rob Riggle again. Repeat, rocked it like Rob Riggle again. Plate racing sure as hell delivers again. Hey YouTube, what's going on? Mark here. Happy Sunday and happy, post Ridgeville homecoming day. I mean, hope my real life friends in Ridgeville had a blast last night at the homecoming dance. See how the boys, the sophomore boys, like my best friends, enjoyed me being part of their little ceremony out in the Farrago's front yard. And of course, the game Friday night was a blast. So this whole weekend was a banger. The only thing that was missing was my girlfriend, Julia Alessandro, because her staff ended up getting sick. So therefore, we're going to reschedule something later on, even when it gets cold. So therefore, I will consider having her for Christmas along with my number one girl best friend, Brantley Kerr, again. That way, my two number one girls can meet each other and we can watch the Spurs together on Christmas, play my cousin Chase Pierce's New York Knicks going bang, bang, Tito Puente on St. Nick's birthday for the first time since the Livin' La Vida Labrat era in 2016, the first year without Duncan. But that's neither here or there. We'll cross that bridge whenever we get there. But we have a race to talk about, and it's a record-breaking day that featured an upset win. We're going to start with the big wreck. At I think it was 5 laps to go, 4 laps to go, one of the two. The biggest wreck in the modern era, let alone NASCAR history, Winston Cup Series history. A 28-car pileup on the back straightaway going into turn 3 broke the record of the 2003 Aaron's 499 that recorded 27 cars involved in that one, including eventual race winner Dale Jr., who pitted 17 times to fix that number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet Monte Carlo for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, and still came back and won the damn thing, even though it was a borderline questionable no call on the yellow line, passing the yellow line rule. But yeah, I mean, we try to sweep that under the rug, whether you're a Junior fan or not, like it never happened. So at the end of the day, they never called it, and guess what? He still won. So that's time we didn't have to worry about that, nor we didn't have to worry about somebody flipping. So therefore, that was a good thing that we didn't have to witness someone going airborne this time. So that's one good incident. But one good thing about this incident is that not only nobody was injured this time, but also, unlike the Pepsi Firecracker 400, none of the cars, let alone nobody, tried to get airborne. So therefore, it was definitely the biggest wreck in Talladega history alone too. I know there was a few guys that got lucky, unlike Blaney at the Glen and Barry at Kansas, who were able to they could have drove it back since they had minimal damage, but they couldn't because their tires were flat, so they got towed back to the pits. I think it was something if it was a tow link or a track, but I can't remember which way they said it. If it was one specific thing, they could fix it in the pits and go back out. But if it was the exact opposite, their day was done. But the fact that, they have to stay in their car, not lower the window net in order for them to avoid DNFing, it's just as ludicrous as making you stay in the car in the pits when you're on fire, even when the car's not damaged, to the point where they make you, if you get out, they'll make you DNF, which that's an even more ludicrous rule if you ask me. But we haven't had to deal with the ramifications from that in a while because they haven't given us a reason to. But I'm glad Briscoe and Elliott got their situation handled the right way, unlike Barry and Blaney at Kansas and the Glen, unfortunately. They got towed back. I mean, Nemechek, I thought it looked like John Hunter was trying to drive away too, but he was stuck there and couldn't go. So I think he had to get towed back. So therefore, me, I had to change my shirt to Austin, since Austin was the only one of my drivers that got through the mess. Hemrick, I don't even know what he was thinking with the ARCA brakes. I mean, he had a chance to do what Austin did, like whoa up, whoa up, whoa up, whoa up, whoa up, but slow the fuck down, and to the point where it's basically stopped again, wait for the track to clear and then go past it. But he thought he could like shoot through to the outside. Maybe it looked like it was going to work, but it could go either way. He probably arca braked, or he was going to shoot through the outside when nobody was there, and then Cinder came up and got him. So it could go either way. But to me, even as a Hemrick fan, it looked more like an arca brake to me. But it's a miracle that there wasn't another big wreck after that, let alone there was not a wreck on the last lap trying to race to the checker. Like, wow. Man, I mean, plate racing sure as hell never disappoints. I mean, this is not going to be that long of a review because it just went by and split in a split second. We had comers and goers like bitches, like always. We had green flag pit stops and various different strategies. We even had a wreck coming to the checkered flag, the green and white checker at stage 2. Well, Blaney was fortunate to cross the line in stage 2 and 8 to get those stage points, so it could make a difference whether or not he advances to the round of 8 after the Roval next week. So, therefore, the weather's not looking too promising in terms of, nice weather conditions to go outside next Sunday, so we might be watching what could be a stinker next weekend, which I've always said many times, if you can't go back to the UAW GM Quality 500, then dump the Roval regardless, and maybe go back to Rockingham with the Pop Secret 400, because either way, it would still keep the chase in North Carolina. So that's just my 2 cents on it, because to me, after the Harvick chase drama, which was exciting, the last exciting moment we saw at the Roval, because the Roval provided some bangers and some exciting, notable key moments, even the controversial ones like Bowen and Bubba in 2019. After 2021, and of course, the COVID race where Ty Dillon was last shot at getting his first career Winston Cup win with Jermaine, fell short by that much. Yeah, I mean, it lost its luster for me by come 2022 with that whatever the fuck that was. 2023, I don't even want to remember. That's the part why I think it's overstayed its welcome, and it sucks that they're going back there next year. So I hope after next year that's it. But we'll cross that bridge next week when we get there, when we make the race review. So therefore, yeah, Daniel Suarez, apparently, my dad's driver, he ended up getting a pre-race penalty where he had to drop to the rear and then, had to make a pass-through after the first lap, coming to the second lap. And he just put him behind the 8 ball the rest of the way. I mean, maybe it's a good thing my dad doesn't watch as much anymore as I do, because I've kind of got back into it part-time in terms of watching it. He's just busy with this current life, too busy to share on his boy Suarez, but at least he has a shirt of his from the Trackhouse 99, the current team. He has a shirt from his Joe Gibbs days when Edwards abruptly exited out of nowhere. All we just need to do is get him a diecast. So it's his birthday on the 14th, which is next Monday. He'll be Todd Bodine, 66 years old. So I'm gonna try to buy him a birthday gift, like a Daniel Suarez birthday gift or something. Obviously, he's gonna know. It's not gonna be. I'm not planning to make it a surprise or nothing, but I'm gonna try to find one for him. So yeah, and so therefore he tried to get in line behind BJ McLeod to avoid going more like losing more ground than he actually was going to, and he wrecked himself. So I mean, it sort of happened early, you have plenty of time to recover and stuff like that, but Suarez unfortunately could not get over the hump, and he never recovered from it. So this puts his chase hopes in serious jeopardy, like Alex Trebek and Johnny Gilbert, created by Merv Griffin, produced by Columbia TriStar Television, distributed by King World. But jokes aside, that was an incredible race. The biggest one, 28 cars involved in the wreck. 3 and 4 wide racing. Another 3 wide photo finish. Man, I thought we were going to see a big wreck on the last lap coming to the checkered, or just the last lap as a whole, in general as a whole. Like we normally see at plate checks. The one thing you can never say is that a restrictor plate race at Daytona, Talladega, and now Atlanta, where the finish of a race of a plate race is boring. You can never say that. I mean, it was borderline up there, considering Kyle Busch tried to go for the win. Keselowski thought he had it, but then he didn't like block the lane Stenhouse was in. I have to check the lane. He didn't block the outside lane had a run, but he didn't block it. No, Stenhouse I think was on the outside lane. Yeah, Stenhouse on the outside lane. I remember. If he would have split up in front of Stenhouse, he would have won. William Byron dug to the outside, coming to the line, had a good, full head of steam. But if he had one more lap, he would have had a shot at getting the win. But I guess for some people it was a snooze finish, but at least they kept it clean as a whistle and didn't tear up 10, 15 more cars more than they already did, because they're into 28 cars already got torn to hell. And the Toyotas and Chevys and Ben Fords all did the manufacturer strategy like they always do. I know Austin Cindric and Michael McDowell both had dominating runs, and they both got their race ended in the big one, so they could not. I feel bad for McDowell because he's either qualified first or second for all the plate checks this year and could never close the deal except for one time, especially including that Aaron's 499 where he really fucked that up. He could have won that race if he didn't make an incorrect, ill-advised, mistimed, and misjudge, like an ill-advised, misjudge, bad time,
EA Sports. It's in the game.
If McDowell didn't make that incorrect, ill-advised, misjudged, raw bad time block in the Aaron 499, then he could have won that race instead of Tyler Reddick. But Reddick and Suarez and Briscoe need to come in clutch next week if they want to move on to the round of 8. So you thought this week was a wild card today? Well, wait till next week. It's going to be an even bigger wild card. So it's going to determine who gets to go to the round of 8 to have a shot at the championship 4, and who's going to have their chase hopes end early at the round of 12. And like I said in previous race reviews, what's different about NASCAR compared to the other sports, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL, and the bitch-ass, overhyped and overrated-ass NFL, is that the drivers that are eliminated in NASCAR's version of the postseason we call the chase, they still get to be on the racetrack, where the other sports, once their season's over, they're just, no longer allowed to play, and they have to sit at home on the couch or go on to like a tropical vacation or something. So, but at least in NASCAR, they don't get to do that because it's 40 some cars, not 2 teams. So therefore, that's part of why that the drivers that even though who are eliminated in the chase before the championship 4 will still get to be on the track. So to all the fans of Suarez, Briscoe, Austin Cindric, the Ward Burton wannabe Logano, who was also in that wreck, he had a great car. Whoever gets eliminated next week, to the fans of the drivers that whoever gets eliminated next week, don't fret. I mean, obviously this, but I know it's going to be frustrating if you get eliminated from the chase. But the one thing you should be happy about is the driver will still get to be on the track. So until the checkout of parts 500 at Phoenix. So therefore, that's what makes NASCAR. That's one good thing about NASCAR's postseason compared to the rest of the sports. But anyway, I make that point too many times, but a couple people missed pit road, like on the first round of green flag pit stops, and they had to come all the way around. You're in a career mode of EA NASCAR game, you miss pit road, you have to come all the way back around at full speed on the bottom of the track. Knowing the signify tell the cars that's still on the track, you have to come to pit road next time, but you missed it, and then they had to come all the way in. It's like the way they recover from that is astounding. I mean, Gregson was running pretty good, but all of my drivers were in that big one, except for Austin, who hung way, way, way back and was lucky enough to miss the carnage, and he got an 8th place finish. So really good stuff right there. I'm going to have a haul video coming soon, going over this Hemrick diecast of his championship and race win at the Bosch Supermarket 200 at Phoenix in 2021 and the Busch Series. Like right before the Sandy Ridge finale, we have this Montoya shirt we're going to go over. Once I buy more diecast at Jamie's Flea Market and Walmart in the next few weeks, then yeah, I will do a haul of that. I will do a haul of that. So therefore, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm trying to make sure I get enough NASCAR merch so before I do it, put it away and do anything with it. So I'm really looking forward to that. Next weekend, Me and my dad have a doctor appointment on my Willow's death anniversary, which will be 32 years come October 12th. So what I plan to do after that appointment is maybe go with him to Riverside Cemetery, since we've never visited his grave on his death anniversary, and do an updated video of me, updating him on my life, where I've been since I recorded those messages for him in 2020 during Father's Day weekend, which was when the Airstream weekend was pushed to from its originally scheduled date, but COVID never happened. Then we did a Father's Day. No, we did two of them in 2021. We did the right before my sister's birthday weekend. I think it was Tatiana and Isaiah's. Was it Tatiana and Isaiah's birthday or something? Those are my cousins, by the way. But no, I mean, it was somebody's birthday when that day of that race. So therefore we decided to pay tribute to Nanita, Tatiana and Isaiah Watson's grandma, I think it was, and Wello before the Ford 400 that day, right as the vaccines were starting to come out. Then we did an updated Father's Day version at season 1 of Fun in the Sun. Didn't we do one in 2022? Trying to think, did we visit him in 2022? Oh yeah, we did a belated. Sorry. Okay. Father's Day 2020 COVID, Ford 400, Father's Day 2021. Then we did a belated birthday visit for him in 2022 during preseason of spring, of the first season of Spring is in the Air. That's 4 trips to Wello I counted. I don't think we went to see him on Father's Day, did we? No, we did not. When we had the Cedar Point Rager, if y'all remember. Trying to think. 2023, we went to visit him. I think it was the beginning. It was right shortly after season Abomination, because season 3 of Fun in the Sun started. So this would be our 6th trip in 2021, 22, 23. This will be our 6th trip in 4 years. We're gonna try to plan something. We're gonna record. I'm gonna do like a little bit of an opening FMV sequence where me and my dad are going on an adventure. I'm not gonna record in the doctor's office, obviously, because they'll probably allow that there. I don't think I've heard them say there was a rule against that or nothing. I never bothered to ask, and I don't even think about it at all. So we're gonna record us going to get us getting ready here. Then we're going to record us going to the car and then stopping at the doctor's Center for Effective Living. And then after the appointment, then we're going to record. We'll see if my dad wanted to go to Riverside Cemetery to see him. We'll do a little memorial piece. And then I don't know if I'll have time for lunch, because he might be doing something that day. Because I think he might be scheduled to play dominoes, considering, he thought he wasn't going to make it there because, the appointment. But the Facebook comments say they don't start till 2, so he has plenty of time. So we'll eat lunch if there's time, and then we'll go out in Sandy Ridge and do like a fall randomness. They'll record the rest of go straight to the elephant in the room of the video, the fall randomness, and then we'll call it a night. So therefore, I will see you all for the next video, whenever that may be. So have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Good night. Once again, congratulations to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on pulling off the upset and playing spoiler as a non-chaser in today's EA Sports 500 at Talladega. So see you later, everyone.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.